Alright folks, here's the garden area. Boy, I tell you, it is hot today. This is Memorial Day weekend, and in Texas, North Texas, it is hot. We're already going to be close to 90, and makes for fun gardening out here. Anyways, what have I done here? Well, this is the shade side of the house, and you can see that it doesn't have a lot of shade. One is because this tree got pruned, and there's a lot more sun here, but also it's that time of the year. By May, the sun is overhead and we get, as you see, a lot of sun. So we can grow things here, but then in the winter goes the shade. So what can possibly really grow here? Things that like shade, like onions. So what I did is I transplanted out of my grow bags there, the Egyptian walking onions. They really needed space. I mean, they gotta walk, right? So I transplanted them into this bed and into this bed here. I'm going to go ahead and water them in, and hopefully they'll catch and do good here, and then they'll last hopefully through the winter. Behind there is some cucumber, because now that it gets sun, I had some cucumber back there and it's trellising up, so that's looking nice. And of course some ivy was growing on the back there. I had to pull that, but now I can put some more cucumbers or things that vine up, which in the summer can't put snap peas or nothing like that. That's cool weather. So cucumbers, the only thing that's going to grow. Unless you have a better idea too of what could grow viney wise here in sun. Of course, any suggestion is always helpful. Here's my containers, blueberries from Stark Brothers. I got 3 blueberries in here and 2 gooseberries. So they kind of like, you know, everything always says full sun, but then when you live in Texas, you're like, yeah, full sun with a bit of shade. So on this side of the house, they'll get a bit of shade in addition to the sun. So that will help. Gooseberries and even the blueberries, it's hard to grow here because of the heat. They get a fungus. That's what's happened to me. I've had some terrible issues, so I'm trying it again. And same with the gooseberries, trying it again to hopefully that they won't die, that they'll grow and stuff like that. Here's a little yellow leaf. I don't know whether that's something to be worried about, but so far they look good. Looking on this side of the garden, cucumbers galore, right? You can see that there's lots of cucumbers growing all sorts of ways here. I got 2 different varieties, and I noticed that the bottom leaves start to get a little ragged looking, and that's probably normal to some degree, but I gave it a spray just in case it's you know, spider mites or whatever those little bugs are, but hopefully cucumbers are going to be pretty good. I planted some peppers here, and I still got some room to plant. The herbs are doing well. The dill's starting to yellow. Once it gets hot, dill don't like hot, so we're eating what we can, but then we'll have to either wait for it to get cooler or plant some more, maybe in shade. Flower wise, dahlias coming up kind of slow, but they finally coming up. The plants are doing well. Kind of a mess here in this corner, but elephant ears and some more flowers. Here's my dwarf banana. That's still growing. That's doing well in my pot. The flowers doing well. You can see that the hanging plants, got to remember to water them. The path, it's kind of stayed static since you last seen the updates. I have to kind of get moving on building this up. Flowers, doing well. Flowers, doing well. Bulbs, elephant ears, dahlias, doing well. They're all coming up. Behind there is doing well. So artichokes, doing well. The vining kiwi, doing well. There's the one and the pollinator. I planted some lemon grass. That's hopefully going to do well. And then of course some cardoons and artichokes back here, and melons, tomatoes. This is the hot side of the house here, so you can see that the peppers are doing well in these containers. Look at them. Lots of flowers, lots of tall growth, and of course, ghost pepper. That's going to be hot. The eggplants are doing well. I like this one on this side. I planted a ghost pepper, but somehow snuck in here a ground cherry. So that's kind of neat, companion planting. Peppers are doing well. I picked a bunch, and of course more grow, which is great. Ground cherry, growing good. He might need a little shade. I might have to move him. But he also vines up. Might have to trellis him a bit. Maybe put him on the back fence. Tomatoes, stringing them up as best I can there. You know, I gotta make tomato cages. There's so many people who make handmade tomato cages. I have to get to that. So much to do in the back garden. Opportunistic plants. I'm just letting them grow, trying not to step on them. This is Japanese eggplant back here, Armenian eggplant. Look at how long they're getting. Healthy plants. More cucumber, Armenian cucumber. Other little pickling cucumbers starting to take off. And of course the tomatoes all got tomatoes. This side is Egyptian walking onions, as well as the melons. Cantaloupe, trellising up instead of going all over the ground. Let's see if we can't get them out of the way of the pests and animals that eat them. Raspberries, got string there, stringing them up. I see raspberries, that's doing well. Strawberries, lots of healthy leaves. Strawberries starting to come out, so we'll be looking for them in the next couple days. As well as the blackberry garden, doing well. Here's more of the tomatoes on the side. Again, they're getting big. Tomatoes. And I need to trellis them up because they're getting heavy here. Oh goodness. So much stuff to do and never enough time to do it. More cucumbers back here, as well as some peppers. And then this is where I harvested the last of the potatoes. And a bitter melon. Kind of like a cucumbers if you've never had them there, but bitter melon, Asian. And then the blackberries. Keep picking blackberries every day. They're starting to turn. Lots of blackberries. And then it gets cool back here because I got my microclimate. Because these Jerusalem artichokes, the sunchokes, are just going nuts. Took over this whole bed. I'll never be able to grow anything else in that unless I somehow pick all the sunchokes from that bed. It's amazing. And then of course the sweet potatoes look like they're doing fine that I planted last week. So that's a quick Memorial Day tour. You can see that something's starting to eat them leaves on my blackberry. Such a nice tall vine, or stalk, cane I should say, get the naming right. But yeah, something's starting to eat that top one too. Well, with the rain, with the summer heat comes bugs, folks, so look out for those type of things. And birds, but I don't mind if the birds come and eat a few berries if they eat a few bugs with them. Such lovely time of the year. Anyways, folks, this is just a quick Memorial Day update of the garden. You can see that things are in full swing. Now that it's getting hot, it's going to be all about keeping them alive, keeping them trellised up. And as I walk through, the birds start to look for things. Eat the bugs, not the fruit. Peppers, the tomatoes. Is that one tomato starting to go red? Let me see if I can slip through here. This is a determined tomato, and he kind of overgrown before I could trellis him up even better than what I had. But they'll start to set fruit, of which that is starting to turn. Lots of tomatoes here. They set the fruit all at once, so we're gonna have a lot nice tomatoes come up on that first vine. And then the goji berry, he's doing well. A few of the leaves have a little white spot, like a powdery mildew, which I didn't think they were susceptible to getting. I might have to give that a little spray, because usually they're pretty hardy. And then this bed here is empty. That was where the garlic and onion was. And then the zucchini has little zucchini here. There he is, a couple zucchini. So yeah, give them a little water, a little fertilizer, and let's see these plants start to take off. Kale. All right, folks, that's it. That's the garden update for now. We will talk to you again. Bye-bye.